Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in today's video, we're going to be kicking off our Walking Dead Top 5 series for 2023. This is going to be talking about the top 5 best moments of the leader of the Walking Dead, Rick Grimes. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video today, this one's going to be doing another video for today, this one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video where we're going to be starting off our top 5 series for this week, starting things off with the top 5 best moments of Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. So, if you guys have not seen some of the videos recently where we did announce this series, every Saturday we will be doing a top 5 best moments from a Walking Dead universe character, be that either The Walking Dead comic books, Fear the Walking Dead, hell, World Beyond, Tales of the Walking Dead, anything. If you guys want a character that you want to see a top 5 video for, you can leave it down below, and then we will be adding it to a poll every single week, and the one that gets the most votes is the one we'll do every week. So we're going to do that every week, starting off with this one. But starting off the series right, I always like to do these for the first one, which is Rick Grimes. So, the top 5 best moments of Rick Grimes. Now, this is one of them characters where I could have done a top 10, and honestly, it would have made the most sense in the world because Rick has so many amazing moments. But if I had to pick 5, best moments, I definitely want to go with these. So, starting off with number 5 is going to be Rick Goes Outside. So, what am I talking about when I talk about this scene? Well, the scene when Carl is in the infirmary after being shot in the eye, and Rick decides in that very moment that he's going to go outside. He says, "Screw this, I'm ending this tonight." And it was so amazing because I love that Rick is the one that starts this whole thing. He goes out there, he's raging, he lost Jesse, he is presumably going to lose his son. He's like, "Screw this, I got nothing left, I'm going to kill all these walkers if it's the last thing I do." And I love the way the scene was shot. Like, "Rick, what are you doing?" Rick, he pulls out the hatchet, walks out the door, and kills one after another. He doesn't stop. And to me, I mean, if that doesn't tell you what kind of a determined leader he is, I don't know what does. I don't really see anybody else ever doing something like that, and I think for that it made the scene really special, and it's always been one of my favorite Rick scenes. It's just such a powerful moment. Number 4 is going to be Rick kills Gareth. Now, this for sure is going to be in a top 5 because this is one of the most savage moments, not only for Rick Grimes, but one of the most savage moments for a character on television. I mean, when Rick straight up shot his darn fingers off, and that's just his introduction, because they make you think that Rick and the others have gone to the school to go take out Gareth, right? And then Gareth gets shot in the fingers 2 seconds after going in there to try to trap Carl, Judith, and the others. And Rick comes in, shoots his fingers off, and he's laying there begging right in front of Rick. And they do it in a church, which is the most screwed up part. That's the part that really gets me the most. And Rick stands over him like that, looking at him, and stares him down and says, "Yeah, I don't care. You would do this to anyone, right?" And I love that the promise he made him in 501 is coming back. It actually does happen. He made him a promise that he would kill him with the machete with the red handle, and that's exactly what he frickin' did. And I absolutely loved it. I thought it was one of the best moments of that character, 100%. And I just love it. There's no mercy there, as there shouldn't be for people like the cannibals. And Rick just stares him down and says, "Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what you have to say anymore." And I think that scene was really powerful. Number 3 is going to be Rick kills Shane. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the moment where Rick turns into the character that he turns into. And that's why it's in a top 3. Killing Shane and him doing that in that way was just so amazingly done. The way they shot the scene as well, too, like, where you see the moon and you see like Rick on one side and Shane on the other side, like the cinematography was something else, right? That on its own is amazing. But the dialogue and the conversation back and forth and the way Andrew Lincoln and John Bernthal acted that out, you felt the anger in Shane's voice and in Rick's voice, You could feel that in that scene. It felt real. It didn't feel acted. It didn't feel like for the camera type of thing. It felt real, like what they would really say in that moment. And I think that's actually what captures me in the most. And that's what I love so much about, classic Walking Dead, The classic Walking Dead seasons, I would say from like seasons 1 to like seasons like 3, 4, 5, something like that. when characters would talk, it wouldn't sound scripted. Like, not to say that it sounds scripted now, it's just the way that they do it here is so amazing. And to me, this is really what does set up Rick's character to be what he is. You know, going forward and stuff in the series, I mean, after he kills Shane, Rick is not the same, and honestly, who could blame him? He had to kill his best friend before his best friend killed him, you know, just so he could get back to his family. He had to kill his best friend. And I think that's another reason why Lori always frustrated me, is because Rick did what he needed to do, and then Lori's like, get away from me, you know? I'm like, what the frig ever? Like, seriously, he lured him into the woods. He was gonna kill him. You fully knew that. You straight up warned Rick that he was dangerous and that you probably should do something about it. And, you know, Rick did something. He stepped up. He defended himself. And Lori just didn't want to hear it, you know, which is ridiculous. So, yeah, in that scene, Rick absolutely changed from that. He never was the same after that scene. And to me, that's what really started the journey towards what Rick is now, you know, is that scene. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Number two is going to be probably one of the best sacrifices on all of television. And that is when Rick Grimes, quote unquote, blows himself up on the bridge. Now, honestly, this was really close to being number one because I loved what he did here. And his sacrifice is incredible. You know, he died so his people would live. He died saving his people, blowing up the bridge to save the rest of his people, and I love it. You know, I mean, they talk about the brave man all the time on Walking Dead in the later seasons and stuff, but he really is, you know, like, it is true. He is a very brave man doing what he's doing. And, you know, the scene with Shane where he's talking with Shane, and the scenes with Herschel where he's talking with Herschel, the scenes with Sasha and all that. I mean, all the moments building up to that was absolutely incredible. And the moment he blew himself up for his people and doing what he did and the sacrifice that he made, it's unspeakable. That moment, it's one of the best moments of a character on all of television. And this moment right here is why Rick Grimes is my favorite character of all TV. You know, he's not just my favorite character of Walking Dead, he's my favorite character of television. And a scene like this is why I say that. The way that was done and what he did and the way he went about it, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better lead. If you ask me, you couldn't ask for a better lead to television. You really couldn't. And to be honest, Walking Dead's never been the same without him, and it's because of what he left behind, you know? And I just love the scene. I love how it's done. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And then my all-time favorite moment for Rick Grimes, my favorite moment of the entire series, you probably all know what it's going to be, is when Rick bites Joe's neck out. But hang on a minute, right? Not just because, oh, it's savage, oh, it's cool, oh, it's this, oh, it's that, you know what I mean? Because that's why most people would have it at number one. This is why I love it so much. Robert Kirkman said in an interview about this scene is that when he bites Joe's neck out, that is a buildup of rage over the first 4 seasons. That's not just something he did just to do it. That's something right there that completely released something completely different in Rick that night, you know? And it's one of those things where seeing his son getting hurt, about to get, from what it seemed like, raped from this guy, and you've got Daryl getting the crap kicked out of him, and Michonne's on her knees, not able to do anything. His group is completely helpless. They're getting tossed around like they're nothing. I think in that moment, Rick just was like, you know what? I've had enough of this. I've had enough of something like this. My son is literally about to get raped, for God's sakes. Like, this can't go on. You know, this can't go on. And I love the way the scene was done. It was so freaking incredible. And not only to mention, he then takes a knife out of Joe's, like, sheath or whatever, and goes to the guy that had his hands on Carl and stabs him in the neck over and over and over again and lets that guy feel it. I mean, it was such a savage moment. It was such a damn good moment, though, and I loved it. I thought it was one of the best moments ever. And for me, one of the, well, no, it is. It's the best moment of Rick in the entire show because the rage in him in that scene, how far he takes it just to protect the people he loves, in particular his son, I thought was incredible. I thought that scene was one of the best moments in all of television. And anybody that watches that scene, you can't tell me that you didn't frickin' freak out when he bit the guy's neck out. I mean, honestly, like, this is why we love Rick, is because of scenes like this. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section below, what are your favorite moments of Rick? What character do you want me to do next week? That is up to you guys, so leave some suggestions down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy this video, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.